Okay, let's try to go through this demo that we missed. So we're looking at the Air Quality Spring Boot app. Very simple. We start off in the Air Quality app, simple Spring Boot app, command line runner. First thing we see is by default, it does the run. We run it once, then it's done. But I'd like to keep running, so I've got a repeat run on scheduled, set to run about 10 seconds in, run every 10 seconds. We show the time just to see it's happening. And then this is calling a get rows, which gets an auto wired air quality service, calls it to fetch a REST observation, and then we send list, iterate through all those we get back and send them to the air quality service that does the Pulsar call. We take a look at that service, pretty straightforward. It's got auto wired web client, Pulsar producer, connect to REST, connect to Pulsar, send our messages. Send is pretty straightforward. We generate a random UID as our key. If you have something in your message you could use or some other way to generate keys, use that. And I send the value, which is that observation class. How we get that data back, we do a fetch, doing a web client, get a flux back, do the retrieve, fill that in the observation class, put a timeout in there, get back that list that's returned, and then we just iterate through it, send it to Pulsar, and we have a couple of parameters here. One that's set by an environment variable. That's got my private key to log into the AirNow API. Put our topic name in there, give the producer a name, set a timeout. And I've got two examples here. One's commented out. That's my local one, has no login. Here I turn security on and connecting to the StreamNative cloud. Got all my cloud stuff, my cloud credential file, what issue I'm connecting to. And I set a port here for my Spring Boot app for Spring Boot admin stuff. And then we just run it. And it's pretty easy to run it. I have a build shell to make it easier, just a Maven package. And I've got a little run script. We do the Spring Boot. I recommend compile it before you use it to make sure we get those application properties in there. The run is pretty straightforward. We're running it here. Obviously, we could deploy it on Tanzu, on Kubernetes, on OpenShift, pretty much anywhere you run those. We take a look here. We connected to StreamNative cloud, connected to that topic we mentioned, create that producer. And now we got things set up about 5 seconds. And we get our Netty running on that port. And we've started sending messages, and you can see we're getting back the message ID and our acknowledgement. This is running about every 10 seconds. Just keep sending those messages. You can see main versus when we started the scheduling, and that's just going to keep scheduling the next one. And that'll run for as long as we want. I'm going to say no more. That'll close the producer, close the connection to the Pulsar, and then it's done. So that's pretty awesome, pretty straightforward. But I wanted to show you that one working, and then we'll take a quick look in the StreamNative cloud, how we can see that data getting sent to the cloud. Here, we're sending that to the air quality, and we'll go to that topic. We got a couple of topics here. We got air quality global and air quality. Air global is a different API that's used in NiFi. Then I have one over here that's used through the Spring Boot Java app. And here you can see we're getting data in, got a couple different subscriptions. This new one I just created, 238 messages waiting for me there. Now, if I can go into a consumer, I can just consume all these and catch up. Here I made a slight change to the schema registry, so you can see that updated schema. You can take a look at some messages, get as many as you want, and we can see what the data looks like. This one's a observation showing us the PM25 in Atlanta, near where we are at DevNexus, and at what time it was. That was a couple days ago, 9 in the morning. The newer ones are just coming in, and we've got a backlog here because we need to consume these messages, NiFi, maybe a Python app, Java app, Spark SQL, Flink SQL, you get the idea. Could check how many we have here. Like I said, 238. They're distributed nicely within Pulsar. We don't really have to worry about that though. So we're in good shape. Thanks for joining me before. Sorry I didn't get to see this part of the demo.